Do you think President Biden should have used the term illegal in his State of the Union address?
Hey, real quick, you can check out my Christian apparel brand, my favorite Bibles, commentaries, books, all linked in the description below. Howdy, y'all. I'm Brylan. In this video, I want to show you the insanely disturbing reaction from the progressive left regarding the Laken Riley murder. I'm going to expose their bull-faced lies and show you how they want what happened to Laken Riley to happen to you and your family. We're going to watch this part of the State of the Union address, aka State of Lies, where Biden talks about illegal immigration. He says the bad word, and where he talks about what happened to Laken Riley. This is one of the absolute most disgusting displays you will see from our political elites, or moral betters, as they like to be called. And then after looking at this short clip of the State of the Union, I want you to see the absolute incredible, beautiful, stunning response from Laken Riley's mother. You will not see this in the mainstream media. The one and only message she cares to get across after the murder of her daughter will bring tears to your eyes. All right, let's watch what Biden had to say about Laken Riley at the State of the Union.
In November, my team began serious negotiation with a bipartisan group of senators. The result was a bipartisan bill with the toughest set of border security reforms we've ever seen.
Disgusting.
Oh, you don't think so? Oh, you don't like that bill, huh? That conservatives got together and said it was a good bill? I'll be darned. That's amazing. That bipartisan bill would hire 1,500 more security agents and officers, 100 more immigration judges to help tackle the backload of 2 million cases, 4,300 more asylum officers, and new policies so they can resolve cases in 6 months instead of 6 years now.
You see this man right here? Traitor. Traitor to our country. Don't fall for these lies. You cannot lie through your teeth any harder than this. Hey, would you consider hitting that thumbs up button? You know when you like this video to get pushed out to more people, and it would help spread the truth. This bill would also legally allow up to 5,000 people into our country illegally every day.
This bill would save lives.
Oh.
Reorder the border. It will also give me and any new president new emergency authority to temporarily shut down the border when the number of migrants at the border is overwhelming. Well, look at the facts.
Now, real quick, while he's boasting about this law that would essentially legally open up our borders to illegals even more, this is what they didn't vote for. Every single Democrat voted against the Laken Riley Act, which would have deported illegal aliens who have been caught committing crimes. So imagine that. Democrats are saying even if someone's in our country illegally, already committed a crime, if they commit more crimes, it doesn't matter what the crime is. If they're caught stealing or, I don't know, murdering somebody, then they should be deported because they're coming into our country and wreaking havoc, causing chaos. Absolutely stunning. Disturbing what he says here.
I'd be a winner. Not really. Laken Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal. That's right. But how many of thousands of people being killed by illegals?
He doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't actually even know what he's saying right here. Laken Riley doesn't even know her name, says her name wrong, and then goes on to talk about illegal. She was killed by an illegal. How many thousands of people have been killed by illegals? He's arguing against this liberal progressive agenda with the border without even realizing he's doing it.
Parents, I say, my heart goes out to you, having lost children myself. I understand.
Who's he looking at?
But look,
he's not looking at the parents.
Change the dynamic at the border. People pay these smugglers $8,000 to get across the border because they know if they get by and let into the country, it's 6 to 8 years before they have a hearing. and it's worth taking the chance of the $8,000. But if it's only 6 weeks, the idea is it's highly unlikely that people will pay that money and come all that way,
give me a
knowing
break.
that they'll be able to be kicked out quickly.
Are you kidding me? None of this is even being enforced. You think if you set a court date where someone who's in our country illegally, you have to come back in 6 to 8 years, you're never going to see them again. You think if you set the date in 6 weeks, they're just magically going to show up? Give me a break. That's not how it works. As soon as you release them, you're never going to see them again. All of this is just a smoke screen. This is virtue signaling at its finest. In the absolute utter disrespect that he shows for the murder of Laken Riley here is disgusting. And here's the thing. Mayorkas, traitor to our country, has admitted that over 85% of migrants being released into the U.S. That means that the illegals, just the ones that have been accounted for. Now, remember this, 85% is the lowest number they were willing to lie about. And so we have them in custody and then release them and then cry and say that we can't do anything about it. We don't have any power at the border. Well, check out this stunning connection here. The man charged with Riley's murder, of course, we all know this, is an illegal immigrant. But not only that, he's an active gang member. And they knew this before Laken Riley's murder. In fact, the man who killed Laken Riley, him and his brother, are active gang members, and they have been caught before in America, arrested for other crimes, and then they've just been released. Because as an illegal in America, you have more rights than Americans. If you commit a crime, you can be released without bail, no punishment, no nothing. There is a plan in all of this. So it is unequivocally true. It is absolute fact that the man that murdered Laken Riley is illegal. Look at this. Biden ignites widespread backlash for apologizing over calling Laken Riley murder suspect illegal. Listen to Biden apologizing, not for mispronouncing Laken Riley's name, but for telling the truth.
The look of surprise on your face when you walked into the chamber and you saw Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, it was priceless. You feigned shock at seeing her. But during your response to her heckling of you, you used the word illegal when talking about the man who allegedly killed Laken Riley.
An undocumented person. And I shouldn't have used illegal. It's undocumented. And look, the reason our economy is growing.
They're the reason. So this man who murdered Laken Riley is, he's the reason why our economy is doing so well. And then look at the stunning reaction from these Democrats to Biden calling this murderer illegal.
Do you think President Biden should have used the term illegal in his State of the Union address?
I think that President Biden should refer to people with dignity and respect.
Should you call him illegal or undocumented? And that's really up to you, how you feel.
Do you think it was appropriate for the president to use the term illegal in the State of the Union?
No, and he addressed that.
Why is it wrong for someone to call someone that entered the country illegally an illegal immigrant?
Because it's classifying the human being, and no human being is illegal.
These people hate you. Do you understand that? People who come into this country to seek destruction, cause destruction, they are defending them, and they are trampling you and your rights to do it. They hate you with a passion, and they will stop at nothing to make sure that your life is destroyed. I don't say this to be a downer, but it's the truth. Sometimes the truth is hard to hear. Now I want to show you this response from Laken Riley's mother. This is one of the most beautiful responses that you could hear in the midst of heartbreak, in the midst of tragedy. You will not see this covered by mainstream media in this kind of detail because they hate the message that Laken Riley's mother is sharing in the midst of her daughter being murdered. Listen to Laken Riley's mother. As I sat down to write this message, I really just have no words. My family has faced the most devastating, unimaginable loss that anyone could ever be forced to endure. I would like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for being with me and my family during this heartbreaking time. I encourage everyone to have a personal relationship with Jesus. I give him all the glory for getting us through this. Look at this mother who is grieving the loss of her young daughter who still had an entire life to live. In the midst of her grief, the very first thing that she can possibly do is point to Jesus in the hope we have in Jesus Christ. She continued in another post, "To all the parents out there, I want to lay this on your heart. I can assure you that there is no greater gift that you can give your children than to walk alongside them and help them develop their relationship with Jesus. It is the most important relationship they will ever have. I know my sweet Laken knew Jesus personally, and she will live eternally in his home. He never left her side until the very last second she was here on earth, and he will take care of her now and forever in heaven. I find peace during this devastation in knowing that. If there is anything I can do to assist you or your family in developing your relationship with Jesus, please reach out to me. There is no way to honor my precious Laken more than to give your life to Jesus. I love you all, and I pray we all feel God's peace that goes beyond our understanding and healing as we move forward." I mean, oh man, the first time I read this, honestly, I feel, right now I feel tears swelling up. Real quick, listen to what Jesus said about himself here in Matthew chapter 11. Look at verse 28 with me. "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." You know, a yoke is something, it's like a wooden frame that they would use to join two animals together to pull something extremely heavy that could not be pulled by any one person or even by any one animal. You would need two animals joined together, usually oxen, to have the strength to pull such a heavy load. Jesus is saying, yoke yourself to me. Join yourself to me. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Jesus will help you carry whatever weight is on your shoulders right now. We cannot carry the impossible burden of sin by ourselves. There is nothing we can do as sinful man to rid ourselves of our sin. There is nothing that we can do outside of Jesus Christ. It is through the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, him shedding his blood on the cross for us to be washed of our sins, the perfect sacrifice in our stead, that we have the ability to be made clean, to be declared righteous before a holy God. Believe and receive Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior today, and join yourself to him. Yoke yourself to Jesus, and you will find rest. But hey, let me know your thoughts about all this in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. And please hit that subscribe button. Join this community. I would love to hear from you regularly. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up button, you know, when you like this video, it'll get pushed out to more people, and it would really help spread this message. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.